Kons podcast.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? It's Kons podcast. You know what I'm saying? Episode 63, starring my nigga Justin. You feel me? We go way back. I've been knowing him for, damn near my whole life since I was a kid sleeping in church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
you got to sleep. I didn't.
Word. Yeah, we're just gonna touch over a few little subjects, current events. Hope y'all enjoy the conversation that we about to have on these current topics. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna jump right into it. First topic is Afghanistan. So you know what I'm saying? I know we all heard what's been going on in Afghanistan. You know what I mean? We let the Taliban just come in and take it over. We've been occupied in Afghanistan for about 20-something years, since 9/11. We sent the troops over there, been occupied over there for a long time, trying to give them some type of diplomacy, trying to help them out in their ways so they're not so extreme and radical with their people. We've been over there in like 20 years, man, and the Taliban came in and, took over the capital, killed off the officials, took over the capital, took over the whole country. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely big. And I think it was Bush that said, we don't negotiate with terrorists. You know what I'm saying? And now this is exactly what we're doing. We're negotiating with the Taliban, which is the terrorists. If y'all don't know who the Taliban are people who are extremists. They believe in rape. They believe in stoning people. They believe in killing. They believe in kicking your door in, killing your family if you're not going by their rules. They're real extreme people. And they took over the country. When they took over, first the Afghans sent their army home. They withdrew their army, and then Joe Biden withdrew our army. So that shit's crazy. Never thought I'd see something like that. Yeah, what you feel on that? The fact that they took over.
Actually, coming from somebody that's really not informed, like I don't really wake up every morning and watch the news and turn on the TV and say, what's on the news today, or even, because now we got an app on our phone. I can just look at my phone, what's going on. I don't really do that, but it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me knowing the history of the Taliban and just how malicious they are. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But I do have a question.
Yeah.
When you said negotiating with terrorists, do you mean the act of the withdrawal of the troops is negotiating with terrorists, or are we, after we have now withdrawn, are we now negotiating?
Yeah, after we withdrawn, we are now negotiating with them on whatever, to come to try some type of agreement, negotiating for sure. Yeah, with the Taliban, being that they took it over. So now we just, Biden talking about we negotiating with them and all this and that. So that's unprecedented, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it.
But I think when Bush said we don't negotiate with terrorists, now I could be wrong, but I think that he was talking about when terrorists have an American hostage, in their possession, we don't negotiate. Because now all we're doing is talking to them about really their country.
Right.
So yeah, so I don't really see it as I'm just gonna say I don't think is the same thing Bush was referring to when he said, what do you think about that? Do you think that it's the same thing, or because I think that Bush was talking about that in particular in a hostage situation or something like that. You know what I mean? Not trying to help them with their own affairs of their country. I don't think that's what he was referring to. But then again, I'm not 100% sure.
Word. I took it as like just for face value is what he said. You know what I mean?
At all. We don't negotiate at all.
At all. Yeah. Nah, that's how I took it. You know what I'm saying? Not under any circumstances. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. I feel about the whole war in Afghanistan anyway. I don't really agree with it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because their whole as their people and how they get down, that's how they get down. You know what I'm saying? We not with that over here, but I mean, I personally feel like that don't really have nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like if they I'm not saying I condone, you know, the raping of women or the stoning people or, you know, I don't condone none of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if that's how they rock, that's how they rock. I don't feel
they have a government.
Yeah. Like, you know, we shouldn't be forcing our ways and our diplomacy on a whole nother country against their diplomacy. You know what I'm saying? Even though we may feel like it's radical, but that's what they do. That's their country. That's how they get down. So I don't feel like we should be forcing our rules and the way we live upon anyone else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like the whole occupation and war and shit was all about. You know, we trying to build Walmarts and, you know what I mean, McDonald's and shit over there. Like they don't, you know, like they don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
right. And they're much healthier without all that too.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's a lot of them over there that's really hip and woke to the dirty deeds and scandalousness of America. You know what I'm saying? They see the dark side that we don't see. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure.
Much like you, in the way that we're using a lot of our resources to be over there, to be occupying, to be trying to change the government, to assimilate to our type of, you know, government. All that costs money.
Oh yeah.
All that costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about balancing a budget. Well, look at where you're spending your resources on. But now I'm going to tell you another thing I've heard too. I heard a big part of the reason, Con, that we're over there is because of our interest in oil. Have you heard that too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense to say we're helping them with their government, and you seen how low fuel prices were while we was occupying.
Yeah.
Now that we're withdrawn, it jumped up 20 cents nationwide. Yeah. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. So, it's definitely back to $4.
I think that, you know, there's also other ulterior motives that's motivated by this here. You know?
Oh yeah.
But it's a good cover story to say we want to help them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's brilliant. I mean, when you look at it from a perspective of you want to be the head, you feel me, the head nigga in charge of the whole globe, it's fucking brilliant when you look at it. I mean, if you look at it through the eyes of that, you know what I'm saying? It's perfect. It's a perfect plan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you plotting to take over and you're plotting on a whole world, one government type deal, I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant if you look at the plan through that kind of perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's very clever.
You just made me think about something else too. When you said it's brilliant, keep your enemies close.
Mm-hmm.
Having a presence over there for 20 years, it allowed us to be in their business. It allowed us to know what they're doing, how they're getting down, who's up and coming, who's hiding, who's creeping, who's on the come up. You know.
Yeah.
So it was. You're right. You're absolutely right. It was brilliant. It's brilliant, and they got the best cover story. We want to help. Yeah,
exactly.
Help them.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. A cover story. You know, it's definitely ulterior motives. They definitely you know, they sitting on all that oil. We definitely want a piece of that.
We want a piece.
Yeah,
I personally would like gas prices to go down, Con. I would like
man.
that. Let's go back to $3, okay? Get
Man,
the troops back over there until it goes down to $3, okay?
man. For real. Let's go back to 15 years ago when gas was
Right,
$2 and some high
right.
change.
Let's keep helping. Keep helping.
Yeah, for real. For real, man. Because gas is ridiculous, man. $4 and some change. That shit crazy. Used to take my little car $20 to fill up. Now I'm looking at $35, $40 to fill it up. You know what I mean?
It's crazy what them little cents does. You know, you don't think it make a difference, but going from 420 to 459, that's a big difference.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, that's real, man. But yeah, Afghanistan, yeah, it's a crazy situation. I never thought I'd see the country being took over by Taliban. I knew they was out there definitely occupying and terrorizing the people where they land. I never thought I'd see them fully take it over. I mean, did you see the videos of the desperate people hanging off the plane? Yes. Man, that shit crazy, man. I can't imagine being in a situation where I'm that desperate to where I'm finna hop on a wing of the plane just to try to hold on to get out. You know, that's crazy survival desperation instinct kicking in. Like, that's crazy, yo. And then the Taliban is putting up a front that they're not for killing and they're not violent and they're for the people. They're trying to help them and this and that. But then you got all the people frightened and terrorized and boarding themselves in their houses, just afraid. Like, ain't no way you helping people and you got people that in fear. You got people hanging on to a plane that's taking off. Like,
I thought about dropping.
Man, yo, that's too much desperation. That's too much fear. Like, they definitely not helping nobody, man. It's too much fear going on for them to even put up I mean, it just sounds ludicrous when they talk to these Taliban people and they say this type of things that they're trying to help the people and this and that. It's wild, yo. It's blatant bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, in your face. You know what I mean?
That is actually one that I did read a small article on. And you know what I kind of took from it in my own just analyzing it. I feel like they're saying that because they don't want the US to come back over there.
That's a good point.
I mean, let's look at it. You can say what you want to say about the tactics and what the Taliban is doing, but it's their country.
Right. Facts.
We are US. We live here. Right. They live there. It is their country. We had a presence there for, like how you said, over 20 years. They don't want us to come back. They want to do what they want to do. So, of course, they're going to say, we're about helping the people. We're whatever they got to say, because they don't want us back over there. I would probably say it too.
Yeah. If I came outside getting my mail and I see a big ass tank driving down my block and fucking 12 soldiers with M16s walking along this tank. This is every day, a new life. All of a sudden, this is what I see every day. I would want the same thing. Like, get out of here. What are you doing? Like, get off my country, get off the turf. We don't need you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be on the same hype. And that's all they wanted, was for us to leave. That's all they wanted. I done looked at several documentaries and people talking to people over there face to face, and you know, all they wanted was for us to leave, yo, the past 20 years. That's all they wanted. They didn't want no smoke. They didn't want no funk. All they was saying was, go back to where you came. We don't need you here. Like, You know, we don't want your diplomacy. We don't want your ways of the way you move on your land. This is our land. You know what I'm saying? So I understand completely. You know what I mean?
And do you think that our government is surprised that the Taliban just jumped right back into leadership? Like, do you really think like our officials are flabbergasted? Like they're surprised? Like, oh snap, the Taliban came back.
Nah.
No, they're not surprised.
Nah, I don't think they're surprised at all, man.
They're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, they knew it was gonna happen.
Oh yeah. That's one thing I firmly believe in about this country, man, is that nothing that goes on is spontaneous. This is it's a chess game, man. Like everything is planned out. I mean, I don't think nothing happens to where the government's like, oh shit, like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna happen. Even with 9/11, like, come on, they definitely knew it was these are plans, yo. You know what I'm saying? These are plans. And with this being said, I'm gonna go ahead and lead into the next subject because with
same thing.
Yeah, because with it being planned, like the same thing with this pandemic, as I like to call it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
word.
I don't talk like that.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're gonna go into the next subject on the list, which is COVID. The vaccine shots definitely planned. I definitely feel this shit was planned. Mask up and everything. Everybody wearing masks. I feel like this was definitely some pre-programming. I've seen masks and outbreaks and pandemics, things of this nature. We've seen this type of stuff before it actually physically happened in our backyard. It was all pre-planned, you know what I mean? We've seen it in movies, we've seen it in video games, everywhere. They was pre-planning us for this shit, you know what I mean? People with masks, they put it in our face in movies prior to this. They put it in video games prior to this. Like I said, nothing is spontaneous, man. And this vaccine shot, I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. If you study vaccines take about 15, 20, we talking 15, 20 years for vaccines to fully be developed with all of the clinical trials that need to be taking place for a vaccine to be deemed safe. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they developed this vaccine in 10 months. Like, it's just hard to trust. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hard to trust. Wow,
that says a lot. I that last fact you said, I had no idea. Yeah, no, I never heard that before.
Yeah, man, vaccines take a long time to develop, way longer than some 10 months. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to go through, you know, I mean, it's like a math equation, you know, trying to find the correct solution to something, a project or something that you're trying to figure out. You know, you got to go through, you know, all these different variables and variants of all these different variants, you know, like variants on top of variants. You got to go through all that clinical stages. You got to test it on lab rats and test it. You know, you got to test it with people with underlying health conditions. You know, you got to test it with people with lupus, people with cancer. Like, there ain't even been enough clinical trials for that in that short amount of time. Like, yeah, they had unlimited funding and everybody's backing it and everybody's jumping in to try to find this vaccine. That may be true, but 10 months is definitely, to me, not enough time to develop a vaccine that's safe for everybody. I mean, as we've seen, when everybody first started taking it, people was mutating, dying. You know, like, we've heard all kind of shit when people first started taking that vaccine. So yeah, I'm not with it. What you feel about it?
Um, well, I'm gonna piggyback on your first comment when you said pandemic, and I like the way that you shifted from the last subject to this one. That was real smooth. But and I agree, because you don't even have to be well read or woke or a factologist or just a trivia master to know that America does not have problems that it doesn't want to have. We just don't.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
If we don't want it, we don't have it. That's how we operate.
Man.
So why has COVID been here for what, a year and a half now?
Yeah. March of 2020.
Yeah, right. So with all the technological advances, the advances in medicine, all the advancement we have made, you mean to tell me that COVID can be here for almost 2 years and we can't figure out how to stop it? I don't buy that.
Yeah,
I don't buy that.
Nah, not at all.
That's somebody else.
Yeah, it's just, man, the country is, to me, it's I'm 38, so, and to me, the country been on a downward spiral for 38 years. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen I've never viewed the country and viewed the government and be like, oh, okay, yeah, we looking better, we on the up, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I've never been there.
Wait a minute. 8 years ago we had a black president, Con.
We can talk about that too.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's, presidents, I mean, man, they fall guys to me, you know what I'm saying? They're what's the word, they're like, they're just a photograph, it's just an image, you know what I mean? They have no power, you know what I'm saying? They still take orders, like, they say they're the commander in chief, but of what? You're not commanding nothing. You're being commanded. You know what I mean? So, like, when it comes to presidents, I don't vote. I never have. I feel like I've always said, one of my sayings was, you know what I mean? So, I'm a gamer. When you play Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? The little maps pop up, and then people in the lobby vote on which map they want, and I feel like that in that lobby, voting on that map, my vote counts way more on that than voting for a president, and that's just a fact, you know what I mean? So I ain't never voted. I feel like Barack Obama was nothing but a fall guy. I feel like it was just a face of chaos at the time. He was, because he implemented a lot of things that invade us on privacy. He implemented a whole lot of tech into our world. You know what I'm saying? He implemented more recording, security, CCTV. You know what I mean? Out here in SAC, all those little blue lights. That's a constant record of that intersection. Obama did that. You know what I mean? That's Obama's work. You know what I'm saying? All the security shit at the airport, all the technological security airport shit. Obama did that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. So it's all little puzzle pieces that all these presidents are in cahoots with. They all work together. They all plot. I believe that their plot is not for the public. I think they're all for themselves, for sure. For sure. I wasn't with Barack just because he was black. You know what I mean? A lot of black people was, oh yeah, he's black, I'm gonna go vote for him. Like, I didn't fall into that trap. To me, he's just a fall guy. He followed the rules, he did what he was told. You know what I'm saying? Just like every president does. I mean, you vote?
Yeah, I can see that, and I know that, like what you said, the president is just the face for the real agenda. The president is the face of the agenda.
Yes, yeah.
when Barack came in, they allowed that face to be black.
They did.
Yeah. So
did.
I mean, give it a little credit, whatever little credit is due.
That's true. But
yeah,
at the same time, though, presidents are. I mean, this is what I believe. Let me just put that out there first and foremost. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. You understand? But I think presidents are selected. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're elected. You know what I mean? I think they're selected 15, 20 years prior to when we see them in office, for sure. Because the Bilderbergs, you know, they're the ones that kind of pull strings, that kind of run things. So every president that's been in the office has been seen prior at one of these secret Bilderberg meetings. Yeah, prior to them being a president. They've all been involved in Bilderberg meetings prior to them becoming president. So that let me further know that these presidents are selected, yo, for sure. Definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we elect presidents at all. I don't think the people have that much power. I think it's a facade, you know, it's like a mirage, you know what I'm saying, that we have some type of power, but nah, we don't have. I don't think us as people, we have no power whatsoever, but we outnumber them. You know what I'm saying? We have power, but
in that way, right?
Yeah, but they're so clever. They've pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks we have power. Everybody think, oh yeah, go vote. You know, that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, when to me, nah, that shit don't matter at all, man.
I could actually see where you're coming from. Like, the stuff you're saying, it doesn't sound so far-fetched. Like, even if it's not my view, I can see it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because as you're talking, I'm getting ideas like, that adds up. You know, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You vote?
No, I feel the same way you do. And I didn't speak up because I didn't want to cut you off, but I did get excited because I don't feel like when a new president comes in office, my life changes. Yeah. My life has been the exact same until I change the quality of it.
Facts.
No matter who's in office.
Facts.
So, every restriction that I felt was in place, ever since I've known what restriction was, has been there.
Yeah.
Every limitation I have known to be a limitation has been there ever since I've known limitation, no matter who was in office. So voting, it seems like a waste of time to me.
Exactly, man.
It really does.
It does.
And you know what? When I voted for that map in the lobby, that's when I felt like my vote counted. Exactly. I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Duketown.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Like, I just don't feel it. I don't feel we make no factors, man, in this government. I don't feel we have the totem pole or the power to make moves like that. Because they want what's for themselves. Like, they're not for us. Like, I think if everybody realized that they are a group of people who don't give a fuck about you. Let's just keep it real. Like, they don't give a fuck about you, especially if you this hue, you know? They don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another reason, going back to the vaccine. That's why I'm not with it. Like, I would have to trust that the government's for me to trust the vaccine. And I don't trust that the government's for me. So it's hard to trust the vaccine.
I mean, look at the history of the way the government has treated our people. You really think we gonna trust a shot?
Man,
I'm not.
We can't even have a business and thrive. They man, the shit in what was it, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. Man, they bombed that shit.
You know what? I just now heard that. I like within the last year or two. I never even knew that happened. I was oblivious to that.
Same here, man. Within the past like 2 years, I just learned that too. Yeah. Crazy. You know, like the fact that y'all bombed it, like that's crazy to me. Like we had shit
like
set
we were
up.
terrorists.
Right. And all we was trying to do is thrive off of our own people. You know what I'm saying? We had banks set up, we had doctors, we had, you know, markets to get groceries, all black owned, restaurants, all black owned, you know, dentists, all black owned. That's why they called it Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? It was our own little section for us, by us. You know what I mean? Not FUBU. You know, shout out to you know shout out to Damien. I think that's his name. You know what I'm saying? I love Shark Tank. I love fucking with him on Shark Tank. I fuck with that, but you know, nah, we not talking about FUBU. But you know, yeah, that's yeah, man. That's you know, yeah, nah, man. I don't fuck with it, man. That shit crazy.
And also too, I also heard that the Constitution says that we, the Negro, colored people, are 3/5 human. Have you heard that?
I want to say I have, but I didn't. I haven't did no research or elaborated on it.
Right. And if it's not the Constitution, it is a well-known writing about us and a belief amongst them about us that we're 3/5 human. So if I'm not even one whole human, that means you don't regard my body and my health and my safety as human.
Man, and
you
they
can keep
show
your
it.
shot. Yeah, you can
it.
keep your shot.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Exactly, they show
because it sounds like you want to experiment on me.
Facts.
To me, yeah.
Facts.
I'll take my chances.
Man.
I'll take my chances. I'll keep on washing my hand and wearing my mask and keep my distance.
Facts, man. That's exactly what I'm doing. I take my chances. That's how I feel too. Because yeah, I'm not, like I said, I would have to believe that they're for me, and I don't believe that 100%. I don't believe that at all. Yeah. I don't think they for me. I think they can give a damn about me. You know what I'm saying? They showed it by, you know, all the police killings by a white man killing a black man, thinking that he's a fucking threat when he ain't got no gun. He ain't even got priors. He ain't even got a violent history. You know what I'm saying? And you just look at him as being black, pulling out and pulling that trigger. You know what I mean? With no
and
type
getting
of
away
threat.
with it. That's the thing. That then they get away with it.
Man, that's the
whole piece.
That's the icing on the cake. Getting away with it.
That's how you know they don't give a frick. Like that. That's a whole nother podcast, Con.
Yeah,
you might have to invite me back. You might have to have me back.
For sure, man. No doubt. Hell yeah, that's real, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, they blatantly showed us killing us in these streets. You know, your George Floyd's, your Tamir Rice, your Sam Duboses, you know what I'm saying? Man, the list can go on for the next 20 minutes. You feel me? With a fresh name every minute. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's sad for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, they got different variants and shit now. I had Corona first March 2020. It was coronavirus. I want to say January, February of this year. We had maybe March. We had Delta 9. Then it changed to Delta 9. Last year around let's say like October, November, they started calling it COVID-19. You know what I mean? Right. Then timeline progressed, maybe sometime earlier this year, then we had Delta 9. Now the timeline progressed. Now we got this C.1.2.
See that's my first time hearing that. I never heard that.
Yeah, I just came across it like yesterday, 2 days ago. I seen CNN. And every time I see something on Facebook, I Google it, because I don't trust everything that's being shown to me on Facebook. So I Googled it, and sure enough, it came right up, C.1.2 is some type of new variant, new strain of this shit. And that's another thing, man. Like, this shit is man-made, man. Let's just break down and go to the dark side of conversation. I believe this shit is fucking made, man. I don't think this shit came from no bat or no. It might have been from a bat, but it was definitely designed in a lab by man, maybe possibly from a bat. But the fact that it just got loose from a bat, no.
That was no accident.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Nah. The fact that it's mutating on us, I just named 4 different variants of what we know as coronavirus. I just named 4 different variants. This is supposed to be the fact that it's mutated into different variants that carry different properties that it does to you is baffling. It's
and by the way, we can tell that Black people are not naming this, because if we were naming this, it would be called some shit like "watch your back," "don't sleep." They should let Black people name these viruses, all these variants.
Word.
Yeah.
That's a fact. The lung, you feel me?
Right. You gonna learn today.
I done caught that. You gonna learn. Damn it.
Right. Oh shit, I got that. You gonna learn.
Right, man.
But
I think it was, yeah.
Like you said, the fact that we're coming out with variants now, I think that's evidence that somebody's playing somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. So someone's like, send this out and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to go back to the shot, you mean you're gonna give me 1 shot and it's gonna cover 4 variants?
Right. Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Come on.
But this is also why that vaccines take so long to develop. Because there's variants that come along. This is not the first time I'm hearing about different variants or something coming along, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it at such a rapid pace. It's only been a year, and we have 4 different variants from this shit, yo. Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. This is definitely designed. It's definitely by design. Definitely, yo. There's no way. And to think that, like I said, from looking at it from their perspective, I'm willing to bet all my savings in both my bank accounts that these motherfuckers are sitting somewhere at some type of fancy long table with the most expensive fucking champagne money can buy. And once COVID cracked off, I bet they cheers and toasted it up.
Each other, huh?
I bet you. Well, if you was at the forepoint of this and you design this and you put it out, you design this to be effective at that against people, and then you put it out and you see the destruction that your design caused, but this is what you meant to do. Why wouldn't you cheer to that when you look at it from their perspective?
Well, of course. Right. Yeah.
And that's scary to think about, to ponder on. These are people who run things. They make shit change and happen in the world. And these people are some of the sinister most evil motherfuckers that we can even fathom about.
Well, go back to what you said earlier when you said we have no power. You said they have all the power. We don't have the power, but you said, but we outnumber them, right?
Oh yeah.
So if we wanted to defend, overtake anything, we would have to come together, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to be close, right?
Facts.
But now look at what COVID does. Separate.
Exactly.
6 feet.
Exactly.
Don't come together.
That's a beautiful point. That is a beautiful point. That's facts. That's facts. Separation. Yeah. Wearing masks. Can't see nobody's expression no more. You can't see if a motherfucker greeting you, smiling at you. You can't even greet a motherfucker with a smile no more. You got a nod now, or like try to smile your hardest so that they can possibly see it through the mask.
Yeah, a little crease on the side,
huh? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's all about that, that wicked control, man. You know what I mean? It's all about keeping that wicked, sinister control amongst the people, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And then they try to mandate it. That's another thing that's making me say, fuck no, fuck that vaccine. Because now first it was, what was it at first? Flying, travel. First they made it mandate you got to get vaccinated to travel. And then after that was phase 1. They mandated on all kind of travel, entertainment. They took movie theaters away from us and all that shit. And now they coming for employers. And that's the phase that's gonna get everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because now they attacking employers, and now they got people who've been in the medical field for 20 years. They never had to get a vaccine. Now they forcing them to get one now. You know what I'm saying? They coming at employers outside of hospitals. You know what I mean? Outside of Kaiser. That's, outside of the medical field. I mean, coming at them, making them get vaccines and shit. Construction workers, they coming at them now. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And that's illegal. You cannot mandate a vaccine in America. That's unconstitutional.
Really?
Yeah. That's unconstitutional, yo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that is highly illegal. You cannot mandate a vaccine in America. Supposedly, allegedly, this is what the writings say. But that don't mean they obliged by the shit, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, you ain't supposed to. You're supposed to have a choice. You know what I mean? That's what they built the country on, freedom. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to at least have a fucking choice. They taking that away.
Yeah, I have talked to a few people that say they're starting to feel the pressure at work. They keep pushing it on, and now it's uncomfortable for these people to go to work because they don't really know if they want to get it, but they know they're feeling the pressure to get it, and they feel like maybe I'll lose my job if I don't get this vaccine or face some other type of consequence,
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. They making people take a leave of absence if they don't get the vaccine. They got to come and prove with the little vaccine cards and all that shit that they got it and shit in order to keep a job. And that's, man, you shouldn't have to go get no shot just to keep your livelihood and feed your family, man. That's totally wrong, man. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm an introvert. I don't even go nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm not even a sickly dude. Like, I rarely get sick. I ain't been sick in years. You know what I'm saying? Not even a minor cold. So like, I feel like if I don't even if I'm doing cool and I don't go nowhere, I ain't even caught COVID. I ain't even caught a cold. Why would I go get a vaccine and put a piece of that shit in my body? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to send my body into that type of shock. Like putting that shit in my body, some man-made shit. You know what I mean? Nah, man, I'm cool, man.
I feel you on that. Yeah. What is the purpose of introducing it to your system if you're not even going to be exposing yourself? Why? What's the point?
Facts, man.
Yeah.
I'm not in school, you know. I'm not going to college. I'm not around in a class setting. I'm not around people every day. Like, I do inventory for work. So, like, I'm going in the store. I'm not around people. I don't got to greet them. I don't. The only thing I say, they might ask me, "Sir, do you know where we'll?" Because they think I work at the store. The only thing I got to say to them is, "Yo, I don't work here. I work for a separate company doing inventory." That's the least amount of only interaction I have with people, my nigga, when I'm at work. Other than that, I'm facing the shelf, scanning, counting in my machine, scanning, counting my machine. That's it. Mask on. I ain't fucking around with this COVID shit, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple of homies got that shit. And that's when it hit home. Like, it's I knew it was real, but I know it's for real. Like, some homies that I kick it with, you know what I'm saying? Now, granted, when the homie got it, you know what I mean? I had kicked it with him about a month before he got it, thankfully, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's in my backyard, you know?
And that brings to mind something else that I was hearing, you know, throughout the whole course of this thing is people trying to act like it's not real.
Yeah. I never understood that.
Which I understand having the thought, but it's going to be pretty hard to stage people dying.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be pretty hard to do.
Yeah. When I started seeing I'm going to keep it real. When it first came out, I thought it was some type of bullshit. I'm not even going to lie. This is in March, you know, this is initial thought. You know, I knew it was something about them trying to control something, you know what I'm saying, until later on in March, you know, April, May, June, you know, shit getting shut down. And then, you know, people around you start getting it, stores shutting down. Then it became for real. You know what I mean? Then it became real life. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, oh shit, like we for real, you know, back then I was calling it a pandemic. As I started gaining knowledge, I learned that it's a plandemic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's nuts, man. It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
And I can understand that. You know, if it's just coming on, of course, okay, maybe this is a hoax. But now if we're 9 months, a year into it and people are dying, come on, man. Let's use our brain here.
Yeah.
You know, this is something's going on.
Right, definitely. It's definitely for real. It's definitely here. It's definitely killed millions. That's crazy to even say. Millions. Like that's what I was saying. Like that's why I stopped myself. Like that's crazy to even say. Millions, yo. Millions, yo. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. And going back to looking at it from their perspective, that's success in their eyes.
Right.
As crazy as that sounds. You know, that's success. That's crazy, man. I'm trying to be successful with this YouTube shit. And we talking about a group of sinister people who are successful with us dying. Like, that's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It is.
Let's hear, on a little lighter note, a more entertainment note, let's talk about some rap beefs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rap beef go a long way. It came a long way. We didn't see Biggie. We didn't see Tupac. You know what I mean? We just seen that beef. We just see the 50 Cents and the Ja Rules. You know what I mean? The Eazy-E and the Death Row records. You know, all that shit. I definitely entertained by it, man. What's your take on and favorites and all that about rap beef?
First off, I want to talk about somebody that you mentioned in the names you just mentioned. 50 Cent. That nigga is the gangster. If you want to mess with 50, you better be ready.
Yeah.
You better be ready.
Yeah.
Because he don't care if he on stage or what.
Yeah. Nah.
If
yeah,
50 gonna get you. Yeah, that you don't want to play with that dude.
Yeah,
He is a real one.
yeah, definitely.
I've seen him in action.
Word,
He's a monster.
yeah. I fuck with
But
50,
hip hop beef, I love hip hop beef because we hear the rhymes, we hear everybody saying this and we saying that, but when the beef comes on, we see who is really about what they talking about. You know,
Facts.
50, he's definitely a real one. But my one of my personal favorite beefs right now is the Mozzie. And Mozzie right now is beefing with CML, Lavish D, and he's funking with Filthy Rich. Did you know that?
Yeah, I kind of followed a little bit of that beef through a few people that I actually know that's from the sets, the actual set, where Mozzie from, Oak Park, where this is a big.
Oh, really? So you know some of them folks?
Oh yeah, for sure. for sure. Yeah, definitely. Even though that's, yeah, I don't I don't get into gang shit on this pod, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely I know a few thoroughbreds that's from over there. Yeah, for sure. And I heard about that shit through them. Yeah, you know what I mean? I just started listening to Mozzie not too long ago, actually. I'd say within the past like 2 years. And I fuck with his music, you know what I mean? Lavish
It's
D.
dope.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? He's a dope storyteller. He got a good voice. You know what I'm saying? His voice resonates. It's unique, You hear that, it's Mozzie, which is dope for a rapper. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And have your own unique sound. Yeah, I don't really listen to Lavish D too much. Or none of the niggas he funking with. But I do listen to Mozzie though.
Okay.
Yeah, I have heard of it though, for sure.
Huh?
I have heard of the beast though, yeah, to answer the question.
Okay. And Messy Marv is somehow tied up in all that too.
Yeah, so Messy Marv, he came out here. The story I know, like I said, and this is story through the streets. I don't really, when it comes to people that's kind of close to home, I kind of can hear about shit through actual people and not the media. You feel me? So the stories that I heard with that situation is that, he came out here to Sac and pretty much got put on by Sacramento Bloods, and he got down with the get down after that, and then I guess I would assume that's how he tied in to the beast and shit.
One thing I'll say is that, see, I've been tracking it through the media and like little interviews. I hear Filthy Rich say stuff, and I hear like CML Lavish D make comments, and so like that's how I've been tracking it. But I wish I had got my information from the street like how you did, because that's how you really get all the little intricacies of it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But what I got is the way it really started was, see, Filthy Rich and CML Lavish D had an ongoing funk for like long, like way back, right? Okay. So these two are already funking, right? Then, so now Mozzie comes into the picture. Mozzie clicks up with Filthy, and they make one mob, which is Filthy Rich, Mozzie, Joe Blow, Young Blood, AJ. Yeah. And so they're one mob.
Okay.
Right? So Messy Marv went and got into some stuff independently, and all these niggas that we ain't messing with him. Like basically it was like, if you mess with Messy Marv, you out because of whatever he went and got himself into. Then Mozzie comes and gets Messy Marv and does that whole album with him.
Okay.
Cow Time. Okay. And so now that puts him and Filthy Rich at odds. And so now a funny thing happens. While Mozzie and Filthy Rich are now funky, but they used to be one mob. Now Filthy Rich and CML Lavish D, they squash the beef and then they start doing stuff. So now Mozzie's funking with Filthy Rich and CML Lavish D. Damn. Real juicy stuff. That's why I've been enjoying it, because it's just like I just been watching the whole thing progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one thing that I will say about rap niggas is like they real contradictory. And I'm gonna say why I think so. They say, Mozzie, when I met you, you was a nothing ass nigga. You didn't have this, you was bummy, you was blah blah blah. You know, when I met you. Okay, he was like that when he met you, but look at him now.
Yeah. he definitely came up.
That's the beauty in it. So I mean, to me, you're giving him props by saying, "Oh, when I met you, you was low." I mean, that's the American dream, right? We low and we come up. Yeah. Right? That's the point. Exactly. So of course I was bummy when I met you, because we was just coming up, you know. Now I'm up. So it's like that part of the game I don't get. But you're talking shit, and that's just what you do, right? But CML Lavish D, he's one of those ones that had to grow on me. When I first started listening to him, I wasn't really feeling his stuff. I just didn't grab me. But when he started funking with Mozzie, I was like, okay, let's see what he got to say. And then I started listening to him more, and I started feeling him. And like, I think he started dropping hotter stuff too once he started funking with Mozzie.
Yeah.
So,
I'll piggyback on that and say about rap beefs, it definitely brings that pen out. It brings that competitive nature out. You know what I mean? Even
because now you back.
Yeah, now you in your feelings. Exactly. So you put pressure on that paper. That's with
right.
That pen.
You applying it. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, for real. You know what I mean? Even with the recent beef with man, my favorite. You know, I'm a big Eminem fan. You know what I mean? So he's a great artist. Yeah, definitely. The beef with him and MGK. Yeah, that was dope. Eminem definitely ended that boy. MGK switched over to a whole nother genre. Now, if that ain't defeat, I don't know what is, man. Because he don't even rap no more.
MGK, yeah.
What'd you say?
What I said was, just go over there and just be where you can be effective. Do something where you fit in at. But this is what I didn't understand about that beat. Why did you pick Eminem, MGK? What did you think that you was gonna do against Eminem? Have you not heard all his stuff?
Man,
come on, man. He should have picked somebody like, I don't know, name somebody.
Anybody
else. Anybody else.
Exactly. Anybody else, right? If
I was in the game, I would definitely. That's one of the niggas I would not go for. I would not. You just paint a target on your back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we talking about somebody who every rapper that's done went major all will tell you Eminem is an animal on the mic. They don't want no smoke with him. Like, this is every rapper though. Yo, dopest rappers, a lot of niggas' favorite rappers say that about Eminem. You know what I'm saying? And you chose. I mean, although MGK's diss track was pretty decent, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Rap Devil, pretty decent song. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? But Kill Shot murdered fucking Rap Devil, man.
I mean, Eminem was just murdering shit and he wasn't even trying to. Just imagine when he aims at something, you know?
Yeah.
He just like all the characters in his raps, he was just killing them. You know, it's like you don't want to end up like that.
Yeah. I mean, we talking this dude kills careers. Like,
right.
I wouldn't, if I was a rapper in the rap game and this is how I'm feeding my family and I'm getting millions, this shit done put me in a motherfucking 20-acre fucking 13-bedroom house with 3 stories. Like, you feel me? If I'm driving a Lambo, I got a collection of Lambos. You feel me? Like, if this rap is putting me in that position, and I've seen the previous beefs, this man done eliminated niggas' careers to where they not eating. Nah, I don't want no smoke, sir. I'm good. You can have that.
Calm down. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. You got the 20-acre compound. You got the Lambos. Keep it.
Yeah, just let that go, man. Like, that's man. Let that ride. You know what I mean? I'd rather keep my collection of Lambos and my 13-bedroom house than have beef with that motherfucker and him kill my fans off to where I ain't even selling no more. Yo, that's crazy, yo. You can have it. You can have the smoke. Matter of fact, you want some weed? I'll send you. You can have some real smoke. Shit.
Right.
Driving to you in this fresh Lambo I just bought yesterday. God damn it.
Hey, but when you mentioned 50 Cent, who has he beefed with?
Ja Rule.
50 Cent was beefing with Ja Rule.
Yeah, remember that's you know what I'm saying? All the songs on the songs on Get Rich.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, them songs was aimed at Ja Rule, and then that's how Eminem and all them, they jumped on the bus with 50 against Ja Rule and them. You feel me?
See, okay, all right. So let me just try and paint this picture.
Yeah.
Because while I see 50 Cent coming into the game, I don't see Ja Rule being relevant anytime during that time. So it just doesn't make sense that they would have beef, because it felt like Ja Rule fell off, then 50 came in.
Well,
right? Am I wrong?
Well, you gotta remember, Ja was actually eating at the time that 50 was coming at him.
This must have been a long time ago.
Ja had all them 50 Cent. 50 Cent clowned Ja Rule for the way he was making his songs, and then started doing the same shit Ja Rule was doing in his songs. Classic. That's a classic beef takeover type shit. You know what I mean? He clowned him for the "Where will I be without you? I am my baby." He clowned him for singing and all that type of shit, and then 50 changed around and did the same ass type of shit with 21 Questions, same ass type of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, he had Patiently Waiting. He talked about Ja Rule and that shit.
I need to make some notes here. Let me get a pencil
Oh, Back Down. That's the song.
Yeah, I got some homework. You said Patiently Waiting?
Yeah, Patiently Waiting. That's off of Get Rich or Die Trying. Back Down is really the song I was thinking about.
Off the album of Get Rich.
Remember that song?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was Back Down. I can't play too much of it. They're gonna copyright me. I'm probably gonna even edit that out. But
okay.
But yeah, that's Back Down. You know what I'm saying? That's when he was definitely talking about Ja Rule for sure.
That's called Back Down.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Let me ask you something. When 50 was beefing with Ja Rule, did Jay-Z hop on that track?
Nah, that Jay-Z, Eminem hopped on the track with Jay-Z when Jay-Z was beefing with Nas.
Yeah, because I remember Jay-Z taking a shot at Ja Rule because he was like thinking about the game and where would it be without you? Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah. What was that during the 50 Cent Ja Rule era, or was it Jay-Z and Ja Rule's personal stuff?
Was that was Jay that said that?
I think
that was
so.
like in a rhyme, right?
Yes.
He even went into the voice and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was Jay-Z.
Word. I can't remember who that was. It might have been Jay-Z.
You're gonna have me all over YouTube tonight. I'm
for real. For real though, yeah, because I want to find out myself for real. I don't know. I do remember that though. I remember that little verse though, because he went into the whole voice and shit and everything. Yep. And I think it was like a freestyle too, if I remember right. I don't even think that was a song. I think that was like on a radio, and he was like freestyling. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, 50 and Ja definitely was beefing though. And the Eminem jumped in that, definitely their whole clique, they definitely jumped Ja Rule and shit. Yeah. And then, killed his career off. Next thing you know, Ja Rule is disappeared. Benzino, another rap beef, Eminem beefed with, and Benzino is a nobody now.
He's not on that caliber. I know who Benzino is. He doesn't have what it takes to take on Eminem.
Definitely not.
He doesn't have the juice.
And I can't even remember what Benzino said about Eminem at the time. I just remember Eminem's songs dissing him. You know what I'm saying? He had that song called Nail in the Coffin, where he just slaughtered Benzino, the whole track. Like, that's the thing, man. When that nigga, man, you do not want to become a part of that nigga's rhyme book, man. If he's thinking about you writing his rhymes, you don't want that.
Hey, I bet he clowned them so good when they heard it, they was like, you know what? That was good.
Oh, yeah. I know they had to. I mean, the bars is crazy, yo. Eminem is on another level, man, when it comes to that rap shit for real. Do you fuck with Griselda?
Griselda? Who is that?
Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine.
I don't. I don't think I'm familiar.
They're a little bit on the boom bap side. You know what I'm saying? Like, they a little bit more hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I love hip hop.
Oh yeah, definitely check them out. Then yeah, Griselda.
Okay, let me get my pencil now. Griselda.
Yeah, Griselda Records, and that's gonna bring up everybody. Westside Gun, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine. You might even bring up. You might even see Alchemist. He do a lot
Conway. I think I've seen him. I think I've seen him do a freestyle on
probably.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, they all over YouTube.
Yeah, I think Conway, like one half of his face is like kind of just still.
Right, because he got shot.
He was ripping. He was killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, he got shot in his neck. He got shot in his face. And the back of his head, like, and then the shot in his face gave him like Bell's palsy. So his nerves, that's why his nerves, his mouth is stuck cocked to the side.
Right.
But he's on that mic, he is a killer though.
Right.
Word, yeah, that shit is, I fuck with all of them. All of Griselda. Shout out to Griselda Records, man. I fuck with all of them. Rick Hyde just dropped the album. And I've been putting it all over Facebook. Yo, that is the best album of 2021. I think
I saw that post because it looked like the album cover. It looked like they colored it, right?
Yeah, it's like a painting. Yeah,
right.
Man, Plates 2. Man, that album is, man, that shit killing Drake to me. That shit killing Kanye shit to me. That shit is definitely dopeness.
That's what caught my attention when you said it was killing Drake and killing Kanye. That's what made me want to check it out. So yeah, I'm gonna go do a little homework and then I'll get back at you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What other rap beats did you what other rap beats that you favored?
You know what? Really, I was just on that Mozzie thing.
Yeah.
And the only last thing I was gonna say about that was actually Filthy Rich. He was another one that I wasn't really feeling his rhymes until he started beefing with Mozzie. Then I started really checking him out, and like that anger, you know, it just really, because he took Tupac's Troublesome, la 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 la, and he made a diss on Mozzie, and boy, woo, I never heard Filthy Rich. I didn't even know he had it in him to spit like that, but you can hear him on the track. He's mad. Yeah. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. It's great.
That's the dopeness, man. That's the dopeness about them beasts, man. Yeah, it bring out that artistry, but it's bad because it also can come to murder. Like Chicago, you know, like they known for, man, they so disrespectful. Like Chicago they beef is another level of disrespect. Chicago and New York, them niggas get on some real low blow, disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When they come to beef, like out here in Cali, we'll get on some disrespectful shit as far as being disrespectful to you, your hood, your set, your gang, so forth. It don't really come to dissing dead homies, and you know what I mean? Like Chicago will have a beef. They'll go kill off some of their gang, some of the rival gang members, go kill them off, and then make a song about describing about how they killed the niggas, and then 2 weeks later, that gang will come and kill him after making that diss song. This is an ongoing fucking cycle in Chicago, yo. That's why, like, Chicago rappers, man, like, it's sad they don't make it to a global level unless they leave Chicago. Like, we got, like, you know, like the Lil Durks and Chief Keef. G-Herbo? Yeah, G-Herbo. All these niggas left Chicago. You know, they made it to a level where they can leave. But the niggas that make it to a level and then stay in Chicago, the niggas end up getting clapped off, sadly. You know what I mean? Like FBG Duck. You heard of him?
Who?
FBG Duck.
No.
Chicago rapper, was beefing with you know, King Von and them. And he made a song called Dead Bitches. You feel me? This song was talking about all the killings that he done did, or his homies done did against they gang. He just disrespectful to him. Just disrespectful. 2 weeks later, he was gunned down in the middle of the shopping district out there, broad fucking daylight. I mean, 2 shooters, man. Both had Dracos.
It's like, you know what happens out there.
Right.
You know what you're invoking, and you gonna be outside comfortable? You gonna do that and come outside?
So I heard, I heard that he went in the store. You know, it's the fashion. This is where Gucci store, Louis Vuitton store, it's a high-end fashion district, broad daylight. So I heard he went in the store. He went on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? His dumbass went live, and I think somebody, you know, seen that. And he even told, this is the story I heard. Now I heard he even told the people in the store like if he can go out the back. You feel me? But the people in the store, they didn't recognize him as being a rapper. They just thought, you know, a black dude coming in there with money, diamonds on. They didn't recognize him. You know, he's not a household name. So they like, nah. You know what I mean? So once he went out the front, man, I mean, that man was, you feel me? He got hit on the sidewalk. Like, he didn't even get to the street before they lit him up. I'm talking 2 steps out the door, they lit that man up, yo.
So yeah, that's the downside of the rap beef. That's the part of it that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. If they able to keep it on wax, it's very entertaining. It's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they come to like getting real, nah, that shit is the downside for sure. Yeah. So I've been entertained by it too. Also, I have my favorite rap piece. Hurricane Ida has been hitting all over the coast and shit. Jersey. I think it hit some of the Midwestern states. I ain't never experienced we from California. We ain't never I ain't never had no high winds, rain, and water. I ain't never expect. Shout out to the people on the East Coast that's going through that. My nigga Jimmy, my homie that's I call him Wayne. That was his old gamer tag. He got Views from the East podcast. That's who you see me. I did a show with them with the Xbox and women one. Shout out to them. No, the hurricane hit them hard. He was like stuck for a minute because it got flooded out. So he was stuck like I think an hour away from his home and shit. So, but he was able to get back home. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Glad he made it safe through that. But yeah, Hurricane Ida is blowing through. I don't have no experience with that, but I hope everybody stays safe with that. You ever been out of state traveling, been through like any hurricane or anything like that?
I can't say that I have. I have done a lot of traveling out of state, but never seen anything like that.
Yeah, no, I mean,
never experienced that.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. Thankfully, yeah, it's crazy. I just remember seeing, all these hurricanes on the news, all these different names. I think Nino. I can remember as far as back as Hurricane Nino. It's when I think they first started the little name thing. At least that's the one as far as back as I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the El Nino, right?
Yeah, El Nino. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, you said a lot of black people is, buying up a lot of land and shit now, living off the grid and shit. I fuck with it. That's what you've been doing?
The living off the land part, not yet. Basically what we're doing is we're just kind of like trying to collect all the land we can get, because two things. I realize, and too, because you're a working man too. When you live in the city, you work hard, and then you come home and you be home right around everybody else. You have your own space, but you're clustered on a street with all these other houses right there. Yeah. You could be having an argument with your girl and someone call the police, and now you got the police at your house. All because someone was close enough to hear, and so I just decided that the cities are overpopulated. You work hard and you don't really get a lot. It's hard to own real estate. It's hard. It's not easy to buy a house, but it is easy to buy vacant land. And so that's what me and my family, we've been doing. And also too, with that, it's easy to buy now, but I feel and I see, I'm just kind of looking into the future. Now that people are catching on to buying land, it's not going to be as easy as it is right now in the near future. And then you have things like you have people coming from Afghanistan now, fleeing to America for freedom or safety, right?
Yeah.
You have this influx of people now. Cities are going to become even more congested. Resources are going to come a little more thin. Maybe not to the point to where we feel it, but we do have a lot of people coming into this country.
Yeah.
I just don't like being close to people. I don't like seeing. I don't want to share space that closely with people. And so I'm gonna tell you how we really got started.
For sure.
You've seen my place, right? It's our house is on about 3/4 of an acre.
Yeah.
right? So we got the house in front, and it's even like 100 yards off the street. So we got this whole big front yard.
Yeah.
Then you got the house, and then you got all this acreage behind the house, right?
Yeah, that's dope, though.
And the reason I came here is because I have a moving company. I have moving trucks. Living in an apartment in Berkeley wasn't cutting it. My trucks were getting towed because it's a commercial vehicle on the street. We were living in this apartment building where we're here. We got neighbors on top of us and neighbors under us. So you hear people running around on top of you at night. And if you're too loud, the people on the bottom of you yelling at you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we came out here to get some space.
Mm.
Came out here. It was great. We got the yard in the front. We got the yard in the back to park my trucks. Everything's great.
Right.
Then my landlord says, I think I want to rent out that space in the back. I want to maximize my profit. So now everything that I just tried to escape from,
yeah,
it's being brought back to me now.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have people coming in the driveway. Now we're gonna have to. I can't come outside my towel because somebody's renting the back. Someone's gonna rent the middle. He's gonna fill this whole place up.
Yeah.
So I just gave him notice. I said, if you plan to rent the rest of the space out, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I initially started looking for other places to rent, and just trying to find another situation like this where I felt, the people weren't going to try to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then one day, my mom, she said, "Well, don't you have land?" I said, "Oh yeah." I had bought 2 small pieces of land in Nevada like 2 or 3 years ago.
Word.
Yeah. And she's like, "Well, let's just go there." And I was like, "You know what? That's smart."
Word.
So we made this plan because when I gave my notice to my landlord, it was in April. It was for 1 year. I told him in April, I said, next April, we'll be gone. So my mom said, okay, so if we're really doing this, if we're going to the land, I want to go out there and I want to see what it's like. We went out there and she liked it. And so we came up with a plan to go there, but she said, it's just too far from California because my land is in Nevada, but it's all the way near the Utah border.
Mm.
So what I did was I started looking for land more. I started looking for something that's closer to California, and I found 20 acres in Mill City, Nevada,
Word.
And I bought it.
Word.
So in the midst of this, my mother and I we're looking at books. We're looking at basically she got on Facebook and started looking for other people that's doing the same thing that we're doing, and that's how I found the Black homesteaders that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And it turns out that a lot of Black people are doing just the very same thing that we're doing, but they, on their land, on their acreage, they have everything that they need. And that's what homesteading is growing everything that you need, making everything that you need. Basically, if somebody like say COVID gets worse and the grocery store shut down, someone that's homesteading is not going to be worried because they already have made an environment where they have everything that they need.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're going to do.
Right.
And I told when we started doing this, when we wanted to go to that first piece of land that I had bought that's way out there near Utah, the first thing she did was get on the computer and start typing and see how many other Black people are there out there. And it never crossed my mind.
Word.
I was just like, we're getting out, we're going, I'm tired of the city, we out.
Word.
My mom was like, wait, is it Black people there? And I told her, I said, Black people ain't doing this. Ain't no Black people ain't leaving the city.
Word.
And that's when she found this group. and we found out that Black people actually are, doing the same thing. And so I'm in a group with people that are all over the country, have bought vacant land, and the great thing about the Facebook group is that they share the stuff that they're learning. Troubles with crops, because when you grow crops, you have pests. You have animals that come and eat them. And then you have animals that you're having too that are helping you, that are helping maintain your homeostasis or whatever you call it. So it's really a great thing, and I think, especially if you're like you and I, and you don't trust the government, you should have your little piece somewhere.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into it for sure. I'm definitely interested. Because it's definitely a dope idea for sure. I've been looking for a house for a year now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to buy a house. Like you said, it's hard trying to find a house to own. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, looking into some land, that's definitely something to look into too. I never even thought about it. You know what I mean? I never even gave it no type of thought. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely am now, though. That's for sure.
I'm gonna tell you something. What are you guys looking for as far as bedrooms and bathrooms?
Probably at least 4 or 5, 2 or 3.
So 4 to 5 bedrooms and like 2 to 3 bathrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is the price range that you guys have been seeing?
Like 400.
400,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at this.
It's like between 4 and 450.
4 and 450.
Yeah.
So you can take 1/4 of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1/4, which would be $100,000. You can buy 100 acres.
100 acres.
You can buy 100 acres. Okay. Now let me show you something else.
So an acre is pretty much $1,000.
That's where I'm going next. I already hear your brain. I can hear the wheels turning. So
that's a fact.
Your house right now is sitting on something between 0.105 and 0.25 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not even that big. So just imagine how big 1 acre is. Your house is probably sitting on actually, probably not even as big as a 1/4 acre. It's probably between 0.15 and 0.19 acres. That's probably what your house is sitting on right now.
Yeah.
So 1 acre is about 4 to 5 times bigger than the lot you're sitting on. So take the lot your house is sitting on. Imagine that times 5. You can take $100,000 and buy 100 acres, and in some places, you can buy it and have money left over to build. Imagine that. Look at those wheels turning. Yeah. So I have in Nevada, I have 1.1. I have one plot that's 1.99 acres. I have another spot that's 1.13 acres. I just bought 20 acres, and right now I'm in negotiation with a dude. As we speak, my phone is ringing. I'm negotiating another 80-acre deal because I keep seeing them and I can't stop buying them.
Word.
1, because it's kind of addicting, and 2, because I know that things are going to change and we're going to need somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You should be able to pick up and say, city, I'm out. At any given time, you should be able to do that.
That's real. That's real shit.
Yeah.
That's real shit. That's real shit, yeah.
Because if this COVID stuff gets work, I'm telling you, you're gonna need somewhere to go. If you don't want them to be able to mandate something on you, you're gonna need somewhere to be.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that's real though. That's real though.
But yeah, just look into it and look into the Black homesteaders.
Word.
Look into homesteading, what it is. It's a wonderful thing to know that you can feed yourself for almost no money just by using what's already here: water, soil, chickens laying eggs. Would you like to keep lining Safeway's pockets and buying their eggs, or would you like to have a chicken right there in your own yard laying eggs?
That's a fact.
Yeah. And then if you get too many chickens laying eggs, take one, slaughter one. Now you got chicken dinner.
Word. That's a fact.
And that chicken, you know what it's been fed because you've been feeding it.
Right. Exactly.
You know it has no hormones because you ain't putting none in it.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just something to be thinking about.
That's real. Should probably taste different too.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Word. That's crazy. Yeah, I ain't never even thought about that shit. That's definitely something that, you definitely planted some seeds. That's for sure, because I ain't never even thought about it. But I'm definitely gonna be putting some thought to it now for sure. For sure. Word, yeah. Yeah, I ain't never bought no no property, no acres, just blank land. I've always thought of, buying like a house, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, I guess my mind never went to like having a house built. I guess, I don't know, maybe I was thinking it would cost like more money than buying a house, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're well, it depends what you build, but if you do it, it's going to be cheaper because first of all, you're not paying interest on anything. You're not asking the bank for anything. You're going down to Home Depot, you're getting your cement, you're getting your boards, you're framing, you're putting it up. There's no loan to pay back. Once you buy your materials and built it, it's built. You can build it any size, any shape. And if you don't trust your skills, you can have it done. But it's the whole point is saving money and putting the value putting the dollar back in your pocket and making your dollar go furthest.
Yeah, that's a fact.
When we leave here, we're gonna build our own house. Me and my children and my mom. We're all hands on deck.
Word. That's dope though.
Yep. There's gonna be a hammer on everybody's waist.
Word. Yeah. Everybody got a tool belt.
Everybody got a tool belt.
That's what's up though, man. That's what it's all about though. And that's family. So yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's definitely some inspiration for sure. For sure. Yeah. But yeah, we touched on buying land with that. So you said you got a company, you want to plug it up. What's the name of it?
Oh yeah. Yes. Justin Coleman here. Coleman Relocations, moving company. Anybody needs moving help, we do local, long distance moving. We are in the Bay Area and also in the Sacramento area.
For sure. Hell yeah. Definitely, hit them up for moving needs. I might be, whenever I find my next location, I might be hitting you up. Shit, I mean, word.
I'll take care of you.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Hell yeah. But yeah, that was, you know what I'm saying? This your first time doing a podcast, huh?
Yeah. I was kind of nervous when you first asked me. I was like, me on a podcast.
No, it sounds fun, but I never done it before, you know?
Right, yeah, you know what I mean? But that's dope, you know? It's just, you know what I mean, conversation, you know what I'm saying? And then especially, like you said, you said you watched the, chemistry, you know what I mean, the last episode, the episode with Infectious, you know what I mean? Sound like I knew him, and I do, everybody that be on here, I know, you know what I mean? So that's why the chemistry is like it is. That's why me and you chopped it up. It was natural as fuck, and people will see that, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, I've been knowing you, man, oh boy, got to be at least 25. I'm 38, so at least 25 of them years, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, the chemistry was already there, so, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man, that's the podcast. We done went over these topics. It's been a good hour and an hour or more. But you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're going to conclude it. Episode, 63. You know what I'm saying? We done went on current events, Afghanistan, COVID, talked about rat beef, Hurricane Ida. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the buying land. You done planted some gems in my head. I appreciate you for that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, Kons Podcast, episode 63. My nigga Justin, you know what I mean? Thank you for being on. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We definitely will do it again. You know what I mean? All the people that watch, y'all will definitely see me and my nigga chop it up again. It's good chemistry, good content. You know what I mean? But yeah, episode 63, Kons Podcast.
Collect the beat.
You heard this?